let's create now time calculations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we got a requirement from the client that anybody who is entering hours more than 8, okay, in a particular
Uh-huh.
day, okay, hours going beyond 8 hours would be considered as overtime. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. So let's create a overtime calculation. So in order to create over any calculation in Workday, we need to create time calculation. Okay. So the
Mm-hmm.
task to do it is create time calculation, and we
Okay.
see a lot of things over here. Create time calculation group, one time. No, only these two are important: time calculation group. We select the time calculation, which calculation we want to create. We name it as,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Now and after that, we will select which type of calculation we are creating. So our type of calculation is standard overtime. Okay.
Okay.
The moment we click OK, we see a new screen coming up. It asks us which period. Okay. Like for example, we are doing for daily. All right. We have several periods right now: bi-weekly, configurable period, daily, rolling 24, shift, weekly. Okay. What does that mean? Like it means that what time frame you want to choose for calculating your overtime. Okay. Like for
Okay.
example, daily means every day.
Mm-hmm.
Weekly means once in a week. Okay. Bi-weekly means twice in a week. Okay.
Twice in a week.
Configurable
Yeah.
period means you choose the period like 4 days, like 5 days, like 30 days. Okay. Rolling 24 hours means one day, the time doesn't stop. Okay. It keeps on, the day doesn't stop, it's keep on rolling. All right. Shift means you, if you're working on a particular shift, that particular shift. All right. Like if your shift is 6 hours and you work 9 hours, which means 3 hours is your overtime. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So what
Now
if
let's,
we want flexible overtime? Like we don't know whether we work overtime or just we will spend only 8 hours. That depends upon sometimes production issues as well. All of a
yeah,
sudden you will.
the amount of hours
So it.
whatever you enter in workday, it will determine automatically.
Okay.
It's up to the individual who is entering the time.
Uh-huh.
Right. For example, our my condition is more than 8 hours would be overtime. All right. So whenever hours is going beyond 8, then it would be overtime. Okay.
Overtime.
All right. Now, what entry code which I will be using over here is this entry code, in out time code. Now, how the system will determine that 8 hours has been entered. So whenever I'm using this entry code and the hours is getting stored over here, all right, which
Yeah.
means the numeric value is stored in default calculation type. All right. So whenever the system will look into this tag, okay, regular, it will, and the hours is greater than 8, then it will work. Okay. Then what
Yeah.
we will do,
So
those
regular will
hours,
consider only 8 hours, you mean,
yeah,
by
yeah,
default.
yeah, those hours which are going beyond 8 hours would be stored into a different bucket. and that bucket
Uh-huh.
would be called as overtime bucket.
Over. Okay.
Okay, overtime bucket, and rest 8 hours would be separated. So I will do one thing, I will add regular over here. So what will happen, 8 hours, 10 hours came over here. Okay, 10 hours came into regular, 2 hours regular bucket throwed it to overtime bucket, and it took 8 hours. Okay,
Yeah, 10 minus 8, 2 hours.
yeah, correct. Now your calculation is ready, but which population it should apply on? Okay, you have created your calculation which is looking very fine, but which population it is for? So what you need to do, you need to create a calculation group.
Okay.
Okay, now your calculation is ready, that this population will get this calculation. You click OK, you will see a alert sign coming up. Can you see the alert sign?
The priority has not yet been set to calculation.
Yeah,
Must be used the maintain time calculation priorities task. So first of all, it is asking which one should I take as priority one. Is that so?
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So priority is one more important thing in Workday. It
Mm-hmm.
asks which calculation should execute first.
That means
Okay.
whether it will take regular as one or overtime as two. It will consider first like that. We
No,
need
when
to
the
set the
calculation
priority.
should execute. When the calculation should execute. So
Okay.
let me give the priority 10. Okay. Now let's enter the hours. Now I'm clicking on this block. I'm making
Okay.
in out as entry code. Okay. This is our code, correct?
Uh-huh.
I entered 10 entry time 10 a.m. and exit as 21, which is 9 p.m.
So total 11 hours. 3 hours needs to be,
overtime. Okay.
yeah.
So now let's see how it has been bifurcated.
Uh-huh.
I'll click on this block. I'll view details. I'll see now time code. And after that, when I go to calculate it, you will see the division.
Yeah, 8 hours is regular, 3 hours is. So, Sachin, if we want to display those labels in the time card, where we
You
should,
need to create a total. So what we need to do, we need to create another total.
So one more thing is regular should be, can we make it regular as separate instead of adding project hours or non-project hours?
हाँ,
Or you can also add it to project hours. Depends upon the client's requirement, right?
it's upon to your client's requirement. Whatever your
Okay.
client says, you can do it. You see, I added overtime, it came.
Uh-huh. It's reflecting. So basically, what type of questions do we get in the time entry template?
Generally, what are the labels that customer wants to see? Okay, how labels are mapped,
So,
the calculation tag. These are the questions.
so if we are assigning the labels to mass employees,
Hmm.
how we do that? Like, is there any
Calculation group.
EAB?
Calculate. We don't assign the labels. We assign calculations because calculations are assigned by calculation group, and in calculation group we have time tracking eligibility rule.
So depends on eligibility, will get defaulted
Yes.
because we are assigning only to Betty, right? So when we create the
Hmm.
eligibility rule, it will automatically get defaulted the overtime, project hours, and non-project hours, right?
Right.
So when we are creating this eligibility rule on the calculation tag,
On a
calculation,
calculation.
when we are
Hmm.
creating calculations, right?
Hmm. Right. Calculation group, time entry code, time code group. Okay. These are the two things.
Yeah. And also for the when we are, it will all reflect in the time entry template. So that's why it got defaulted.
Yes,
There we
yes.
will add the totals, right?
Right. Now you have two homework. Same
What?
calculation,
Okay.
no modification. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just you need to see the priorities. Nothing more than that. Overtime, instead of overtime, you will create double time.
What is double time exactly?
Working more than 12 hours. Same calculation,
Uh,
nothing changed. Same
Daily,
overtime
you mean?
calculation. Same calculation. Helja, don't panic.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen to me. Same calculation,
More
no
than
change.
12 hours is double time.
Yup.
So, so the regular should be 12 hours.
Regular should be, the
No,
condition
what I
should
mean
be,
is the default time is 12 hours, the condition.
yeah, the default
If
tag
it
would
is
be
more
12 hours.
than 12 hours, if it is more than 12 hours, then I have to create a double time calculation tag.
Correct. Priority would be 13. Okay.
Okay.
Priority would be 13. And add that tag into your template also.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
it should reflect on the time card, right?
Priority 13. Just priority 13. Any hours which is going beyond 12 will be considered as overtime. Correct?
Double time.
Double time. Correct?
Yeah.
Any difficulty?
No, no, difficult. I will try it. And
This is
so
the
the
first
first
calculation. This is the easiest
so
calculation.
depends on the priority. First, it will execute the time calculation will execute daily.
Exactly.
Then it will execute weekly.
And then monthly.
Then monthly.
Yes.
So when we are prioritizing the tax, right? So
Mhm.
regular will be the first one.
Regular is not a calculation. Okay, regular is what we are referencing, from which entry code it is coming up. Regular is
Okay.
not a priority. Regular is the separation. Regular from regular hours, other calculation would be, other tags would get value.
Yeah.
Right? Do you see any
So,
regular
but we
calculation?
are giving prioritization, right? Like
We are giving
priorities zero
prioritization
level.
to the, we are giving prioritization to the time calculation when it should execute.
Oh, that means when it should execute, like daily it should execute or weekly or monthly.
Ah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, now I am clear. So this is only the work like double time I need to create and I need to map it to the time card.
Exactly. 13 will be the
Okay.
priority number 13.
Yeah.
This is the first
So that
calculation
means
that
it
we
will
learn.
also execute daily, right?
Huh. Select your period daily and do it. Going
But
beyond 12
Sachin,
hours.
what about weekends? Weekends will also considered if we work
We
in
have other
weekends, it will
calculations
be
also.
considered.
Shalja, we will
So,
not
okay,
jump.
tomorrow we
We
will see.
we will
Okay.
not jump. We will not jump. We will stick to the present. Okay.
Okay. Got
Alright?
it. Sorry.
Yeah. Go and create this calculation and you will see a different thing over there. You will see. Okay.